तो देखिए हमें स्ट्रक्चरल जियोलॉजी तो स्टडी ऑफ beneath structure that formed by deformation or any linear or planar body तो तांकर स्ट्रक्चरल फीचर तांकर डिफरेंट ओरिएंटेशन तो ता विषय आम पढ़ा तो फास्ट कौन गोटे स्ट्रक्चर को डिफाइन करने पूर्व वी नीड सम टर्म्स टू डिफाइन द स्ट्रक्चर तो स्ट्रक्चर को डिफाइन करने डिफरेंट टर्म रिक्वायर्ड करते तो मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट थिंग होची कि से टर्म गुरा को नहीं कि आम थ्रू आउट द स्ट्रक्चर यूज करें तो फास्ट आम देखा व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टर्म्स दैट इज यूज्ड इन स्ट्रक्चरल जियोलॉजी तो पहले टर्मिनोलॉजी तो कौन सी तुम्हारे जियोलॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर को वी कैन डिस्क्राइब इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्लेन और लाइन और यू कैन से प्लानर और लिनियर स्ट्रक्चर सपोज तुम्हें एग्जांपल लियो कि तुम्हें कौन सी बेड को डिफाइन कर तो द बेड इज अ प्लेन बेड गोटे कौन प्लेन थाए तो छोटा एग्जांपल दो तुम्हें फोर सेट बेड ये जो हॉरिजॉन्टल बेड अच्छे इज कनेक्टेड बाय दिस बेड्स तो फोर सेट बेड कौन so egra the horizontal way these are inclined एटा कौन अच्छे inclined अच्छे तो डिफरेंट जगह तुम बेड टा inclined अच्छे बेड टा एमिति inclined नहीं परियो बेड टा एमिति inclined नहीं परियो now the direction is different तो जो कौन सी फील्ड रे तुम कौन सी प्लानर स्ट्रक्चर और लीनियर स्ट्रक्चर को डिफाइन करिया चाहो तांको ज्योमेट्री को डिफाइन करिया चाहो तांको ओरिएंटेशन को डिफाइन करिया चाहो ताले वी विल रिक्वायर डिफरेंट टर्म So what are the different planar structure? You will get bedding planes. So number theta bed भीतर था गोटे बेड आ गोटे बेड एरो बेडिंग प्लेन कौन है ना ता सहित तुम्हें एक्सियल सरफेसेस पढ़िबा को फोल्ड्स जॉइंट सरफेसेस फॉल्ट सरफेसेस सब आगो पढ़िबा ता सहित तुम्हारा लिनियर स्ट्रक्चर कौन तुम्हारा हिंज लाइन गोटे पढ़ते लिनियर स्ट्रक्चर इंटरसेक्शन रिलेशन अच्छी तुम्हें आगो पढ़िबो तो ये जो सब थिंग को हमें डिफाइन करते we will require the following terms कौन टर्म हम रिक्वायरमेंट पे कौन टर्म हम यूज करते that's for attitude what is attitude so attitude it is a general term used to indicate the orientation of a structural plane or line तो both plane और line पे attitude word यूज कर परियो कि गोटे प्लेन रो attitude मीनिंग होछि कि एटा को डायरेक्शन रे कि थोड़ा डीप करछि बा को डायरेक्शन को इंक्लाइंड हेछि एंड को डायरेक्शन रे तार स्ट्राइक लाइन अछि ताको हम एटीट्यूड कहते एटीट्यूड हमें सबरे इन टर्म्स ऑफ तुमरा नॉर्थ साउथ ईस्ट वेस्ट ये सब टर्म रे डिफाइन करंती कि गोटे बेड ता ईस्ट आड को डीप करछि बा ईस्ट आड को तार इंक्लिनेशन अछि गोटे बेड ता वेस्ट आड को इंक्लिनेशन अछि तो ये वाला हमें टर्म यूज करते तो what for plane and line तुम attitude यूज कर परिबो बट प्लेन पाई बा प्लेन रो attitude रिप्रेजेंट करिया पे हमें दीटा टर्म यूज करनती लाइन रो attitude को रिप्रेजेंट करिया पे हमें दीटा टर्म so attitude means something that will define the object तो प्लेन attitude माने एटा एमिति होत से प्लेन टा को डिफाइन कर परतो कि द प्लेन इज inclination is in this direction or line has inclination in this direction है ना So bearing. What is bearing? So bearing is the angle between a line and a specified geographic coordination direction. Suppose we will take a bed like this. Suppose कि गोटे जारे बेडिंग एमती अछि so से ए ओरिएंटेशन रे अछन है ना तो So now suppose this is a plane. What a plane is. So now this has orientation like this. It is extending in this direction, you can say. It is extending in this direction. And it is inclined in this direction. For now you see this is inclined in that direction. So now we can represent this like this. Suppose this is our north, this is our south, east, west. Now we can represent this line here. You need proper geographic orientation or coordination. But approximately we have taken this is the orientation. Now see this line is parallel to this line, or you can draw line here also, north, south, north, east, south, west. Now we can define this plane or line. It is suppose 40 degree from north. It is 40 degree from north. You can write down this line or this plane that we have found. It has a orientation of north 40 degree east. You can write down north 40 degree east. Like this you can write down. So it is also north 40 degree east. It is also south 40 degree west. So now we are specifying the orientation of the plane in terms of geometric coordination. In terms of geometric coordination. Suppose कि तुमको गोटे बेड मिलला तुमको कौन कहबो कि तुम आसी कि एक्सप्लेन करछो जे मते गोटे बेड मिलला जार ओरिएंटेशन ये अछि. So now I can put that in a map. गोटे मैप रे मु देखै परिबि कि एवला गोटे बेड रो ओरिएंटेशन अछि. But the bearing term is the same. है ना, bearing भी एवला लाइन और प्लेन ओरिएंटेशन को इंडिकेट करे, but it is not in terms of north south. ये north south हिसाब रे रिप्रेजेंट करा जाए ना. So the same bed we have taken here, same टाको हम एठी आउथर नबा. So if you are representing in a bearing term, तमे यदि bearing term रे रिप्रेजेंट करछो ताले north, south, east, west, you have to take a specified geographic direction which we always take north. तो हम गोटे north को सबले specific direction नियंती. So you have to measure the angle from the north. Suppose this is our line AB. The line AB. So the bearing of AB, it will be 0, 4, 0. So that means we have measuring the angle from the north. So north 40 degree east jaha 040 is but you have to write down always triple digit. Triple digit then from north this angle it will be 120 degree. So from this to this 220 degree. This to this it will be 180 degree. Then in 40 degree it is 220 degree. The same bearing of line AB will be also 220 degree. 220 degree. That means instead of south 40 degree west, you can write 220 degree in bearing expression. So south 40 degree west, jaha 220 degree be say. But just हमें तब खाली कौन bearing expression रे convert करछो. So the bearing of a line, त्रिकोणित तुम्हें line नहीं पारा. Suppose I have taken a line like this. So the bearing of a line, this is 45 degree. So the bearing of a line, it is the angle between the north and the line measured clockwise. Measured clockwise. And the specified direction in geology, it is always north. सब बड़े तुमको north रो ही measure करिया को पड़े. So north से तुम्हें measure करो, it will be it is 90. This much is your 90. This much your 45. It will be 135 degree. So the line of bearing of this line, suppose CD, you can write down 135 degree. You can also write down this angle. It will be, you can say 360 minus 45. Or you can say 270 plus 45. So this is all bearing expression. You can write down also north 45 degree west. North 48 degree west. But in bearing, it is always written as like this: the angle measured from the specified geographic direction, that is north. So that is written here. It is the angle between a line and a
बियरिंग
specified.
एक्सप्रेशन रे भी हमको डायरेक्शन टा लिखा पड़ियो कि ईस्ट वेस्ट टा दुईटा साल लिखा पड़ियो
तुमको तुम्हारा नॉर्मल. So specified geographic coordination direction measured on a horizontal surface. The geographic coordination is usually taken as north direction. It is in geology, but it can also be east, south, west. But in other cases, it can be. But here we only take the specified geographic direction as north. So anything bearing can be represented will be a direction. So that one I got a direction. I mean direction and other thing with a difference tag go chaniyo. So direction means किसी को the line has a direction or orientation in this particular geographic coordination. So inclination is simple, the angle between a plane and line from the horizontal line. Suppose we'll say कि this is a line. Now it is inclined from the horizontal. So this will be the inclination. Inclination. This will be the inclination. It is from horizontal. This is also inclination angle. Okay. Or you can take this. Suppose this is a plane. This surface you can say it is inclined. Now it is inclined from the horizontal. This angle can be its inclination. This angle inclination. So horizontal surface to a bed, by a plane, by a line, जैसे कि angle करता है, तब हमें कौन सी inclination. So the inclination it is represented in two other terms. There is a specific term for plane and there is a specific term for line. And both cases रे हमें inclination term use करे पड़ेगा, but यदि specified करे चाहिए तो हमें other term use करे ताकि वो दिखे. So these are attitude, bearing and plane. Then comes to attitude of a plane. So plane or planar structure जो रहेला. So planar structure they are represented by strike and dip. They are represented by strike and dip. So what is a strike? The strike it is a intersection of an inclined bed with the horizontal, with the imaginary horizontal. पूरे inclined bed with horizontal को जो line है that is होची strike line. Now you see, suppose same thing will draw here. So this is an inclined thing. This is an horizontal bed. This is a horizontal surface. So now this inclined bed it is meeting the horizontal at this line. A line meet को नहीं. Suppose this is a bed, you can say A, B, C, D. So the strike line of A, B, C, D will be AB, or it can be also CD, because this is also horizontal. Imaginary horizontal. It is not that key ground surface. It is imaginary. It can be here also. This is also horizontal. It can be a strike line. So you will have one strike line, then any line parallel to that line will be a strike line. Suppose I will have a bed here. This is an inclined bed. Now it is meeting the horizontal here. Any of these line can be straight line, so the orientation of both the line will be same. They are parallel to each other. So we देखिए वाटर सरफेस रे यूज कराय छै बिकॉज़ हमरा डाटा सब हॉरिजॉन्टल रहे है ना देखो रिप्रेजेंट करे अछि दिस इज अ इंक्लाइन बेड एटा कोन अछि इंक्लाइन बेड सो दिस इज द लाइन वेयर इट विल मीट द horizontal or this line any line you can take or will be whatever. So the line of intersection between a plane of interest or between a plane तो हमें जो plane को study करे वो चाहते and an imaginary horizontal plane is called strike line. तो कौन कहते strike line कहते so the strike line that's why it always present at the horizontal level से सब बड़े कौन करे horizontal level ले रहा बोला लगी strike line it is the line of intersection between a plane and imaginary horizontal surface. So it is simply a line and strike line. On the strike line the elevation will be equal in all points of the strike line. Then the strike line it has only direction. It can be only represented through direction. Suppose I will say strike line it has an orientation of north south, it has an orientation of east west, it has an orientation of north 45 degree east, it has an orientation of north 60 degree east. It will be only a direction. How we will represent the direction? Direction is also represented in two ways. Dita way direction represent करा जाए. One is your azimuth, जोटा को मैं bearing कहले. Either you will represent in triple digit or you will represent in between two direction. Dita direction है तो मैं represent कर परिबो in between two direction. Otherwise it will be in a bearing expression जोटा पूर्वरु कहले. तो ताको हम कहते azimuth expression, आगो कहते quadrant expression. Dita type रे expression अछि where you can represent the strike line. So azimuth रे it is also called as a whole circle bearing. It is also called as what? Whole circle bearing where you have to measure the direction from north. तुमको कौन measure करेगा? North measure करेगा पड़ेगा. Any line will measure from the north. And in quadrant expression you have to represent in between two quadrants. That is key. If you see, we can represent. We can divide it into four quadrants: northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. Generally, we'll take northeast. Otherwise, from this you will take any naming will from north to east. Here any naming from southeast. Any naming it will be north to west or south to west. But it is not wrong that you will take from east to south or west to north. But generally it is taken from south to east. Suppose you कौन से तुम्हें कहते south 45 degree east. Can also say कि east 45 degree south. So strike as it is a direction. It can be represented in two expression. One is azimuth expression, one is quadratic expression, or quadrant expression. So any azimuth expression, it can be converted to quadrant expression. Any quadrant expression, it can be also converted to azimuth expression. It is easy. Suppose you have taken here a line here, which has a bearing of 103 degree. Or azimuth of 103 degree. It can be also represented on south 77 east. It is called as a conversion of bearing to quadratic. So here also कि तुम्हें north 27 degree east नीचा है, so it can be written as 0 to 7 degree. It is written as कौन 0 to 7 degree. It is 77 नीचा, it is 30 degree नीचा, it can be written as तुम्हारा south 30 degree east नाले to 10 degree. It is north 20 degree west, or it will be this angle 340 degree completely on a whole circle bearing. Understood? So this is your strike line. See here, this is a bed. Nearly it is vertical. See, these are inclined bed. So it is the intersection point here. You can write. You can measure the strike line. But you can put a compass horizontally here like this. ये वाला तुम्हें put करी परियो and सेठी तुम्हें measure करी परियो तारा strike line. These are horizontal bed. এটা কোন আছে পুরা completely horizontal bed আছে. না so horizontal bed, inclined bed इसको तुम्हें पाइबो and you can measure the strike line. तो strike orientation पाई गले. So then comes to deep. So deep का deep जोड़ा के लिए inclination. So in case of तुम्हारा plane বা planar structure, we use deep. तुम्हें क्या पे तुम्हें सब बड़े कोई deep of the bed. तुम्हें क्या पे कोई परिमाण deep of the line. Line और deep ना था. Bed और सब बड़े deep था. है ना? So deep कौन simple? It is the inclination from the horizontal. So suppose if this is an inclined plane, so this much angle. It will be the deep angle. এটা কোন deep angle कि horizontal से कितने inclined है. So how much it is inclined from the horizontal, how much it is bent from the horizontal, you can say. That you can represented by angle, whether 20 degree, 30 degree, 40 degree, जहाँ भी लिखी पाए जैसे कि inclination थी कि गोटे thing तुम्हारा suppose कि this is horizontal कि how it is कि inclined from the horizontal, how much कि this is horizontal means this much it is inclined from the horizontal. So but in what direction? Suppose I have inclination like this, it can be in any direction. It can be in any direction. So we have to specify the direction. So हम कौन करें अपने direction टाको specify करें पड़े. So you can see if this is a strike direction, the inclination will be perpendicular to that. ताको perpendicular direction ना आवश्यक. Direction हमें कोटा को नोचे. Direction हमें कोटा को नोचे. यदि तुम्हारा inclination तुम्हें केबे ए डायरेक्शन एमती तळवा नबा. डायरेक्शन इज ऑलवेज हॉरिजॉन्टल. डायरेक्शन सबले कोन थाय हॉरिजॉन्टल थाय. सपोज तर हम देखो सब. सो डीप deep in other direction. So deep is also two types. These are type of deep होची. गोटे होची apparent deep, गोटे होची true deep. Apparent deep गोटे, true deep गोटे. So what is a true deep? It is the deep measured perpendicular to the strike direction. Strike direction को जोटा perpendicularly measure कराई था. ताकि हम कौन का true deep direction. So true deep direction, which it is perpendicular to strike direction. In this direction, what is the inclination? That will be the true deep amount. So that means a strike has only direction. Strike रो कौन only direction. हमें कोई कोई strike कुछ इतनी orientation तार अच्छी, but it doesn't have any amount. कि इतनी की amount रो strike same थी कोई परेना. But in deep, it has both amount and direction. So we can say कि a bed is deeping 30 degree or 40 degree in this direction. तो गोटे deep को हमें specify करें पहले हमको ताको specify करें पड़ेगा with amount and direction. कारण इठी देखुଛନ୍ତି ताले this much of inclination होची. So it is a true deep. एटा कौन हो true deep. तो strike line को perpendicular जोटा measure करियो हमें true deep हबो. Other than the true deep direction, all will be apparent deep. Suppose here you can say this is an apparent deep. है ना? तो इटी true deep का amount जहाँ हबो apparent deep ताडू जते जाले कम हो. So the true deep amount is the highest deep amount of a bed. गोटे bed रो highest deep तुम्हें true deep direction ही पाई परियो. That is perpendicular to the strike. But apparent deep amount will be less than true deep amount, and it will not perpendicular to strike line. से माने strike line को perpendicular measure करा जानती नहीं. Strike line को inclined direction में तुम्हारा measure करा. So deep है simple नाम एक summarize करा. Deep होची it is the angle of inclination from the horizontal. So deep can be measured in different directions from the strike line. Strike line different direction measure करते. So that's why we have two types of dip. One which is true dip, another which is apparent dip. तो जो dip टा तुम्हारा measure हुए perpendicular to strike direction. तो strike direction को perpendicular direction है जितने के inclination थी वो that is which is true dip. Other than that, that will be apparent dip. So true dip amount will always greater than apparent dip amount. तो amount बोली word से टी add करेगा ना. True dip amount is always greater than apparent dip amount. And strike direction is perpendicular to true dip direction. है ना. तो बहुत confusion हुए between true dip direction and amount. Sometimes क्या हुए कि तुम्हें amount रा perpendicular करिकी strike direction नहीं जाओ. तो सबले मन रखियो true dip direction is perpendicular to strike direction. तुम्हें केमिति जानिबो गोटे डाटा रे whether it is a true dip amount or direction हम आगु देखिबा. तो true dip amount of direction with a difference जानले तुम्हें true dip direction रो perpendicular strike direction लो है. तो true dip apparent dip रा बुझ पाइला. तो strike has only direction, strike रो कोन only direction अछि, but dip has both amount and direction. तो हमें represent करंती ये बार. This is the attitude expression of a bed. तो bed रो attitude expression. तो गोटे bed को तमे define करछो तार attitude थ्रू दा define करा जाय. So how will define कि तुम गोटे bed पाइलो तुम ताको bed रो कोन फर्स्ट strike line orientation देखिलो तापर केते amount रो dip हेछि देखिलो तापर को डायरेक्शन रे dip हेछि देखिलो. एति दिन से देखला पर ताको एक्सप्रेस करबा केमति गोटे वे रे लाइक दिस कि सपोज ए बेड हैज north 45 degree west तार strike. So first हाउस को इंडिकेट करे strike, सेकंड इंडिकेट करे true dip amount, थर्ड इंडिकेट करे true deep direction. तो मेरे शॉर्ट फॉर्म रे आपको TDD लिख करियो. तो आपको हमें डायग्राम रे करी देखिबा. तो केयरफुली देखिबा हमें कोन कोन रिप्रेजेंट कर पछन डायग्राम रे. सो वी हैव स्ट्राइक व्हिच इज north 45 degree west. So what is this strike north 45 degree west? It will be like this. This will be your north 45 degree west. So this is also 45 degree. Okay. So now if this is your strike direction, eta kala strike direction. So if this is strike direction, तो आको perpendicular करी कि तुम्हें true dip direction लिख परियो. लिख परियो नहीं. So it can be towards northeast, it can be towards southwest. Sorry, it can be towards southwest. तो एटा northeast आडू हे परियो नले southwest आडू southwest आडू हे परियो. ता माने गोटे बेड सपोज रो तुमे रिप्रेजेंट करछो देखो एमती अछि. इट कैन एटा तर स्ट्राइक लाइन तमो कोला जे गोटे स्ट्राइक लाइन इट इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द ट्रू डीप डायरेक्शन. सो दिस इज ए डायरेक्शन ट्रू डीप डायरेक्शन, दिस इज ए ट्रू डीप डायरेक्शन. तमो यदि खाली स्ट्राइक लाइन दिया जाए तुमे कंफ्यूज हो whether you will take in this direction, whether you will take in this direction, because both direction will be perpendicular, both direction will be perpendicular. So सेति पे गिवन अछि तुमको ट्रू डीप डायरेक्शन कोआड को टुवर्ड्स साउथ वेस्ट, तुमको साउथ वेस्ट आड न राइट. तो हमर बेटा इंक्लाइंड इज कोआड एमिथि इज इज नॉट सेट डायरेक्शन टुवर्ड्स नॉर्थ ईस्ट. सेति पे एटा गिवन दियाला तुमको कोन कि तुमे जानि परियो को डायरेक्शन रे ट्रू डीप डायरेक्शन ता रहे. So it will be towards southwest. So it will be like this. This is perpendicular. Eta perpendicular hela. This will be true deep direction. जेहेतु एटी north 45 degree west दिया है जी, एतमे true deep रो exact direction किसी लिखिबा आवश्यकता नाही. You have to mention with to which side. तुम को साइड खाली मेंशन कर देले तुमे strike direction रो exact true deep direction दा कैलकुलेट कर परियो. Because if we have north 45 degree which is strike direction, so north 45 eta 45 हे गला. Now this is also 90, so this will be also 45. So it will be exact towards south 45 degree west. So this is not represented here because indirectly it is represented in terms of strike. Strike direction যদি ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି ତାହେଲେ ଆମ ପାଖରେ already true deep direction ଅଛି because they are perpendicular to each other. ଯଦି ମୋ ପାଖରେ strike direction ଅଛି ତାହେଲେ ମୋ ପାଖରେ କଣ ଅଛି true deep direction ଅଛି because they are perpendicular to each other. So that's why it is not represented in attitude expression. So attitude expression में particular value टा लिखा जाए. But this 50 it is cannot be represented here. ये जो 50 amount टा एठी represent करा जाय परिबा नाही. तुमको जानिए पड़े जे in this direction it has an inclination of 50 degree. It has an inclination of 50 degree.
So 50 degree ta
what is it? So in a correct attitude expression, first you have to write down the strike direction, then true deep amount, then true deep direction. So you only represent the deep. If you khali deep represent kala, suppose this you can write down 50 degree towards the south, 45 degree west. It is a deep expression. First you have to write down deep amount, then you will write the deep direction. Suppose randomly you represent a deep of any bed. Suppose a bed deep 20 degree towards north, 45 degree east, or a bed deep 20 degree towards north, 45 degree east. So you will write down like this: 20 is your amount, north 48 degree east your true deep direction. So from that you will also calculate the strike direction. That through तुम्हें strike direction भी calculate करके. So जब तुम्हारा attitude expression लिखा जाए सब मन रखिबो first strike लिखा जाए तापरे true deep लिखा जाए true deep amount लिखा जाए तापरे true deep direction को वार्ड को सेटा लिखा जाए है and our दिन से मन रखो this is our north, south, east, west. So any strike line that is represented in northeast, जदि से northeast represent होची, ताल तार true deep सब बड़े either northwest नॉले southwest रे ही आसी परियो. It will be never be on the southwest. यदि गोटे strike line northeast रे अछि, ताल तार केबे true deep southwest रे आसीबो नाही. है जदि कोनोसी बेड सेबा नॉर्थ वेस्ट रे अछि बा साउथ ईस्ट रे अछि यदि नॉर्थ वेस्ट रे अछि तार डीप केबे साउथ वेस्ट रे आसी परिबो नाही हला जदि नॉर्थ वेस्ट रे तुमे स्ट्राइक रिप्रेजेंट करछो तार ट्रू डीप केबे साउथ ईस्ट रे आसीबो नाही ऑलवेज इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट एंड साउथ वेस्ट हला बिकॉज़ दीस थिंग्स आर लाइक दिस कि तुमे जे कोनोसी वे रे नियो दे विल बी परपेंडिकुलर इन डिफरेंट क्वाड्रेंट तुमे सेम अपोजिट क्वाड्रेंट रे ट्रू डीप स्ट्राइक डायरेक्शन केबे पाइबो नाही. It is also a trick question जो कि तुम attitude expression देखो कि suppose a bed suppose like that कि a bed has a strike of north 25 degree east 20 degree southwest whether it is a correct expression or wrong expression whether it is correct or wrong এটা কোন হবে correct হবে না wrong
south